I'm looking on Chaos's Discord, and it looks like they just announced that at the end of March next year, um, they're gonna shut down the eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS finally.
Oh my goodness. That is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, man, those have been like long time life cycles, I feel.
Yeah, no, especially the 3DS.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The 3DS came out like a year or two before the Wii U.
3DS came out like
And
2013, didn't it? I think 2013.
I think it was either 2011 or 2012.
Oh no, I think you're right. 2012 sounds right, or maybe even 2011 sounds a bit too early. 2012 sounds realistic.
Because I know that the 3DS was out before Black 2 and White 2 came. And Black 2 and White 2 were definitely sometime in 2000.
I'm pretty sure Black 2 and White 2 were 2012. Black and White were 2011. I know for a fact Heart Gold and Soul Silver were 2010.
Yeah. So it must have been maybe early 2010, end of 2011. It depends on when Black 2 and White 2 came out. Because I know for a fact that they came out.
I'm pretty sure Black 2 and White 2 are 2012.
Yeah, because Pokemon Conquest is 2012 as well, but I know for a fact that Kid Icarus Uprising was 2012 because that was I don't know if it was a launch title, but it was very close to launch.
Yeah, Kid Icarus was one of the first titles, along with I think it was Ocarina of Time on the 3DS.
Yeah, and Mario Kart 7, of course.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think because I think the Tales of the Abyss port came out super duper early, and I think that might have been 2011 was when the Tales of the Abyss 3DS port.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know. I never played the 3DS version.
Because it says 2011 on the box. Let me actually look at the box because the box is right under my bed.
2011 sounds really early though.
It does. I want.
Which I mean, if that's how it is, that's how it is. But still, I don't believe 2011. That's crazy.
Let's see. Yeah, it says 2011.
Actually, wild.
It could be that it came out earlier in Japan though.
That's true.
But yeah, it came out.
I mean, either way, if it came out early in Japan, that means 2011 is accurate. Maybe Japan, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. But dude, that's 12 years.
Yeah, exactly. We're in 2022.
Usually a console lasts what, 7, 8?
Yeah, I know. It's I remember they didn't really give up support for the 3DS. They kept trying to make things for it, even though it was clear that it was dying.
I mean, that was the first Monster Hunter story. The first it came out in Japan in 2016, but internationally it didn't come out until October of 2017. So the Switch had been out for 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's my favorite 3DS game, so I'm good on you for still cranking it out late.
Show me your skills.
Honestly,
I mean,
it'd probably be my favorite 3DS game, but also the fact if we were talking about 3DS original titles, I haven't even played the 3DS game, but it's Tales of the frickin' Abyss. Of course it's my favorite.
Yeah, that's the only thing is I don't technically count Abyss because it is
it's a PS2 exclusive. Yeah, well, it was first on the PS2.
It's a shot-for-shot port.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely look forward to finishing Abyss for sure.
Dude, I wanna. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna get all of them on my channel at some point. I haven't played Abyss since it's been almost 10 years at this point, and I've only played it the one time.
Do you have a copy of the 3DS version?
No, I don't.
Okay, so, this news that I just talked about with the eShop does not help you at all whatsoever because Tales of the Abyss was so old, it's not on the eShop. So you
Oh, well,
have
if I were to
buy-
play it again, I'd just emulate it on the PS2 because I would want to do it for the channel anyway. I don't have a 3DS capture card.
Yeah, you don't have to. But yeah, no, I'm glad I bought my copy when I did, because I think that like the price to find a physical one now, as opposed to like 2 years ago, is insane.
Oh, dude, I'm watching the Alwyn and protagonist dual attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That giant explosion at the end.
Yeah, it's even better when he does it by himself.
I can imagine. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see that. That gave
I
me
also-
like Malik Mystic Art vibes. My goodness.
Like also like his kinship or like his kinship stone, I think is like one of the cool, like the way that he has it like holstered to his wrist looks really cool. Oh, and I guess Raptor's offering you his copy for the 3DS version of Abyss.
If I were gonna play Abyss, I wouldn't want the physical copy though. I would just get it emulated. First of all, I'd probably play the PS2 version because the 3DS version sounds good. But I think the 3DS version runs at like 30 FPS and the PS2 is at 60.
Probably.
Could be wrong about that. I have to do my research.
It's probably the same thing as like Symphonia, where it like runs better on the original console.
Yeah. Symphony is pretty whack though, because the Chronicles is on PS3. I don't know why they couldn't upscale it to 60 FPS. Like, I don't know why they couldn't do that. But Symphonia has more, like, content, so I think Symphonia is a different case. Abyss is, like, exactly the same content. There's no, like, added stuff.
Wasn't it on GameCube, like, Symphonia required 2 discs?
Yeah, Symphonia had 2 discs on GameCube, yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, lots of PS1 games are multi-discs, and PS2 ones as well. There are some multi-discs. I think Abyss is 1 disc, though, on PS2. I don't think it has a 2nd disc.
Yeah, well, it came out in, like, 2005 or so, so it was, like, kind of towards the end of, like, that generation.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Abyss, I think
like,
Abyss was 1 disc, which astounds me.
Yeah, because, like, 2005 is, like, when the DS came out, so, like...
Because Abyss holds up really well in the graphic department. Normally, like, when they have multi-discs, it's based on, like, you know, like, obviously, like, PS1 games where all their, like, FMVs and stuff, it's hard to fit on 1 disc, like, all the Final Fantasies. But, Abyss holds up really well, so I'm kind of shocked it's on 1 disc.
I mean, let's be honest, like, 7 Remake is still on multiple discs, like, even just part 1.
Oh, that's right, yeah, that is crazy.
Data, like... I think like that and Red Dead 2 are like the...
That's like the only... Oh, well, Red Dead 2, I don't have Red Dead, but in my experience, FF7R is the only, like, modern game on multi-discs.
Yeah, but it's not even like... It's like one of them is just the data and then you use the other one to play. It's not like you really need both of them. Like, one of them is just a one-time use.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's not really the same as, like, other games where, like, hey, you have to switch disc when you get to a certain space or a spot.
Like, oh, it only goes up to this point in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would keep heading south.
Oh yeah, I'm just exploring right now. I'm not even bothering with the story.
I see a gold den.
I want to see how many joggies I need. Lost track of how many I'm fighting. Oh, we're done. Perfect. No, leave me alone. I'm exploring right now. I do see a den right there. I'm gonna go take a look. But yeah, of all the Tales games, Abyss is the one I want to replay the most because I haven't touched that game in like 10 years. But I remember really loving it. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
dude.
it's definitely...
Like, I remember really liking the characters. The story was also really good. Gameplay was also fun. It wasn't like my favorite Tales of Combat, but it was fun, like, from what I played. It wasn't bad by any means.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like in terms of the actual feel, it feels very similar to Vesperia, but I feel like the fights aren't as like insanely difficult, at least in the beginning. Like Vesperia
I think Abyss,
is.
I could be wrong, but I think Abyss is one of the easier games. I think. I mean, Berseria, I love Berseria to death, but it's kind of on the easy side compared to most Tales games. But I think Abyss is, like, not as difficult as Vesperia and Symphonia. I think it's on easier of the three.
Because, like, I mean, like, I had trouble with Arietta, but that's because I forgot to, like, buy upgraded equipment. So, like, once I bought upgraded equipment, she was fine. And then, like, what was it? There's, like, the fight against Disc, and then you fight, like, Sync and Largo at the same time. And I was like, oh, this fight's gonna be tough because I'm, like, fighting two of them. And I beat that fight on the first try, like, no problem on normal difficulty.
Yeah, I remember Abyss is like, a normal mode's like it's a little easy. I do remember, the thing I remember about Abyss, since I'm a Tales of fan, I play on hard mode. Abyss has probably the dumbest hard mode ever, because they have like an insane defense buff, and you end up doing like anywhere from like 1 to 60 damage, even with Mystic Arts. I remember really hating the hard mode of that game.
Yeah, no, but then you get to Lagretta, and oh my god, is that fight hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, she is so fast. And, like, then she, like, does, like, that one, like, attack where, like, the fire, like, erupts from the ground, and Guy's the only one that's fast enough to get out of its range, and,
Yeah, and then you get some fights. You get the fights when you can fight all three of them at once. They get ridiculous.
Oh, no.
That's pretty later in the game.
Lagretta especially, I am very worried about.
But you know, pre-Berseria, I would probably say it's like one of the easiest Tales games, but now Berseria exists. I feel like Berseria is the easiest.
But people really like Berserk.
Oh no, I agree. I don't think Berseria's difficulty makes it any worse of a game. Also, hard mode is like, it's fine, but like, it's a lot better than Abyss. But I still love Berseria. But if I had to pick something, like, compared to difficulty, I don't really look for overly difficult stuff, but I know when something's like too easy and I just want it to be harder.
Yeah.
But you know.
So it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts. Like, I always play Kingdom Hearts on proud mode.
Yeah, I'll always go, like, Berseria's hard mode's, like, it's good enough, but especially in the late game of Berseria's hard mode is actually pretty challenging. But, like, everything else, it's, like, you know, a little on the easy side. But, man, I still adore Berseria despite that.
Yeah, because, like, with Kingdom Hearts, like, I always play on proud mode because, like, I started off playing them on standard mode, and I was just, like, kind of button matching, and then, like, I started playing on proud mode, and I was like, oh, this is how you're actually, like, supposed to use everything, and, like, understanding the actual depth of the combat system and stuff like that.
I think I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on standard, and I think I tried Kingdom Hearts 2 on proud, because first Kingdom Hearts was, like, I felt like, alright, it could have been a little harder, so I'm just gonna go on proud for 2.
Yeah.
And then 2 wasn't, like, that bad. It had its moments, but I'm not the best at Kingdom Hearts. But I'm also not bad at the game. And then 3 I played on proud as well.
Yeah, I feel like 3 you have to play on proud because they just give you too much stuff. Like,
Yeah, 3 felt pretty easy from proud. Because they had, like, the attractions and stuff.
Yeah, they had, like, the attractions, and they gave you way too much stuff. That it kind of felt like you were just, like, breezing through a lot of fights. I think, like, 2 is definitely the most balanced.
Oh, I agree.
Combat systems in the game.
2 is probably my favorite of the Kingdom Hearts games.
As it is for most. I love the other thing with Kingdom Hearts is it's like, no, you can't change the difficulty, like, in the middle of your playthrough. Like,
yeah, I hate that. Star Ocean is the same way. It's like, once you choose a difficulty, you can't change it. I hate it. Tales of is like, hey, go crazy, dude. Switch it whenever you want. I'd rather it be like that. It's wild. How hard is it to implement a feature to change your difficulty mid-game? I could see why you wouldn't want to, I guess, but that's just my preferred way.
It's because they don't want you to be a wimp. And just be like, yeah, I'm good. Well, I think also the thing with Kingdom Hearts is the difficulty that you pick gives you different endings. So I think like Witcher's kind of the same way. I think
That is
you,
true,
like,
yeah.
I know Witcher 3, you can't change the difficulty once you choose it.
Yeah, like, I see what you're saying, but I'm just biased. I'd just rather be able to change the difficulty mid-game, because if I feel it's too easy, I could just bump it up or down, depending. Doesn't make sense what you're saying, though.
I mean, and then there's like Monster Hunter, which is like there's no actual difficulty. It's just like how well do you understand the game mechanics, and that's
true.
what I really.
Yeah, this game's like, hey, if I like don't pay attention, which I'm somehow playing on autopilot while having a conversation, if I don't pay attention, I'm done.
Yeah, and also like I'm delayed by, you know, like 15 to 30 seconds, so like there might be something where like I would be like, oh yeah, I'd pipe in and say something, but like it's already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened.
So like
game to give me a D.
pretty much like if you're like not if you're having trouble with something, it's like get good.
Exactly. Don't we have a monster that can? Oh, do we? Oh, we do. Rogue. Okay. Rockbreaker. Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I did that, actually.
Yep. There weren't any rocks in the
I've been
first area.
using bottle caps, of course. I've been using velocidromes a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas in the beginning of the game.
That's
where
the
you
second. That's the second little command like that.
Yeah, so basically like there's certain obstacles like when you unlock swimming's gonna be like that.
Speaking of swimming, I'm so upset because there's a chest past the water and I can't get it.
Yeah, you haven't even found a Royal Ludroth egg yet.
Yeah, I know. It's so upsetting.
Which is one of those to swim. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the dig ability is like that. It like triggers. And then Ivy Climb, which I would like to try and go over.
Oh, dang it.
And you deal with the early Ivy Climb monsters. So maybe we can do that after this then.
You're a technical boy, so we're gonna use power. Fang Breaker.
Yes, Fang Breaker. A move that he doesn't actually have once you tame him.
Well, that's upsetting.
Yeah. I think he has like Wild Breaker instead, like they just like changed the names. That's like the other thing is like the whoever was like the translation team for the first game and this game were not consistent with the attacks because you can like see the same animations for attacks across the two games, but they're called like completely different things.
Oh, dude, I know we talked about FF7, but there was something I wanted to ask you. I didn't get to ask it.
Okay.
What did you think of the ending?
I mean, like, obviously, like, the whole whisper thing, like, it felt added on, and that's because it was.
Well done.
So I'm not gonna try and deny that. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, okay, we got out of Midgar, and we know that, like, Sephiroth's alive, and we need to stop him. Like,
It's an ending.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed fine. It's just, like, you could tell that, like, all of the whisper stuff, like, felt added on because it's, like, you went from, like, escaping to then being, like, oh, we need to, like, go out and do this thing. Even though there was, like, this whole, like, dramatic, like, final climactic thing that just happened.
No, yeah, the Whispers, I don't know if you know, they're not in the original. They were like, literally, like, they were... do you know, like, the story behind them?
I don't know the story behind them, but my friend who also loves Final Fantasy VII, like, told me that they weren't in the
Okay,
first
so yeah,
game.
yeah, they're basically not in the first game, and they basically act as a way to keep, like, they mentioned in the game that they keep the game, like, going, like, in a certain, they keep Destiny at its own course. But what that means in, like, actuality is that they keep the FF7 plot, like, whenever something is gonna break a rule of what happens in FF7, they interfere. Like, when certain characters die and they're not supposed to.
Yeah, well, basically, I was also thinking of it as, like, it's to make sure that, like, the story of FF7 stays true to itself.
Essentially, yeah. Oh, a purple egg with red spots. Cool. I don't have it, so I'm taking it. Oh, they're all gone anyway. Perfect. Dude, I can't wait for part 2.
Yeah, part 2 is what's probably gonna finally make me get a PS5 because there's no reason to get one now.
Yeah, no, I cannot wait for that.
Like, there's literally, like, I mean, yeah, there's the Yuffie DLC, but there's like nothing else.
Nah, yeah, like, as great as that
else-
is, I would just wait at this point. Unless you can afford it, but, you know.
But like, all like full games are being made for both.
Yeah.
So,
Man,
Like,
at least
even-
Arise was PS4.
yeah, like, well, because Forbidden West is also coming to PS4, right?
Yeah, that's a multi-platform.
Oh, okay.
Well, multi-platform as in PS4 and PS5. That's what I meant.
Oh.
I know multi-platform means, like, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
mean,
not
like-
a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, no, I knew that. Like, but yeah, I mean, like, for example, like Digimon Survive. Will we hear anything at Digimon Con? I don't know, but like, the website still says, you know, PS4 and Xbox One. It doesn't talk about the new generation of consoles. So
Yeah, who friggin' knows?
Digimon Survive is like probably like the worst example of like PR for a
Dude,
video
I've just
game.
like, I just like, I was never, I'm not really, again, I played the Cyber Sleuths and I thought they were good. I'm not like a big Digimon person, but I lost faith in that game. And I wasn't even like super invested. I was like, alright, I'll probably play it. But like now I'm just like, nah, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with me.
I just don't know what to think of it anymore, so I don't think of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like it because it's probably the closest thing we'll get to a Pokemon Conquest sequel. That's kind of the way I always looked at it, but yeah. I don't.
Monsters Out Cold, like, yeah. Give her text. Alright, we have like
yeah.
at least 4 new eggs, I think.
Yeah, there should be like Arzuros. I think. You
Oh,
still
green
need...
with purple. I don't think I have this one. I wish I remembered.
Green with purple sounds like Kurapeko, so you don't have that one.
I don't think I got it. Yeah, okay, I'm taking it.
And then yeah, so you still need Arzuros and Royal Ludroth. So there's still 2 left.
You've been looking at the eggs I've been getting, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely Kurapeko. It just popped up on screen for me.
Okay, no, I'm just saying like before that too.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. Well, you
Perfect.
did the Everdent. You did 2 Everdents, so I know that you got Blue Yanko 2.
Yeah, I'm relying. I remember some of the colors I got, but there might be a color I might not remember if I'm like, hey, I might have not got this and I might have gotten it. So I'm kind of counting on you to be my backup.
Yeah, all you have left is Arzuros and Royal Ludroth. And Royal Ludroth, you'll have a better chance if you find a gold den.
Oh, rare den, nice. I'm going for it.
Go for it, because that we can get Royal Ludroth from there. Hopefully.
Also, I'm at 3 HP. My goodness. That's proof that I'm talking too much about other stuff, but it is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that Raptor just pointed out. If you go to your menu and I think there's like egg carton, you can see all the eggs that you have.
Oh, does this like show you a picture?
Yep.
Yo, that's sick. This is perfect for someone like me. Oh, it even has the weight regular smell.
Yep. Tells you the smell and the weight, so that way.
Does the smell link to the gene thing?
Yes. So the smell you want smelly heavy eggs. Smellier and heavy. But like weight kind of determines the species, so don't worry about weight too much. It's more smell, which also has those visual cues of like the golden glow or the rainbow glow. And it doesn't matter too much for just doing the story. It matters more in the post game when you're trying to like get your final builds for like taking on like the final bosses and things like that.
Oh, well, that's good. I don't have to focus on it too much. I mean, it would be neat to have it, but you know.
I mean, like the only thing that I would do, and like this is why like the smelly eggs don't matter as much, is like if you know that you want to like specialize monsters based on like elemental damage, like let's say you get a Royal Ludroth and you know that that's going to be like your water monster, like obviously it's only going to have power attacks, So then, like, getting another water monster that has like a water speed attack and putting that onto your Royal Ludroth, and then finding one with a water technical attack, so that way you can have like a power speed technical core. That's like the most I would recommend for like farming genes in the main story.
Yeah, my mentality is literally just getting all the monsters available to me, so I can make a choice on who I want to use for a time being, and then just use who I like, while also keeping a relatively balanced team based on elements and stuff.
Yeah, elements and tendencies and everything. And that's the, like, they've been referencing the right of channeling. The right of channeling is going to allow you to start really like customizing your.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, I'm looking at these eggs just to know which ones I got, because that's very handy. I'm glad Raptor told me about the egg carton. I'll be using that a lot. Oh, it's a random one. This looks new. Oh, wait, can I open it while I'm holding it? I can. Awesome. Okay.
What is it? What does it
It
say?
is like... Oh, I already have this one, I think. It's a humble flying wyvern. It is a gold one, though, but I don't know if I want to keep trying. I think I want to keep trying to get a different one.
Yeah, pick another one.
Yeah, I don't really care about the gene one. This one I think I have. The purple with the red spots. I got that last time. That's the recent one I got.
No, the patterns, like the overall pattern.
Oh, this one's new.
Will be new.
What
For the
happened?
two that. So the patterns will be different from any eggs that you have right now. Not just colors, but like the actual pattern will be different.
No, yeah, I know that, but like I was determining if I gotten them already. Alright, this one's new. I don't have this one.
That's Royal Ludroth.
Oh, sick.
So that's the
That's
Leviathan.
already 6 eggs, I think. I just looked.
Yep. So
we haven't hatched any, so we have all the new monsties. Well, not all of them, almost all of them.
You're missing one, and you have 12 egg slots. So
oh, so there's one more. All right, Raptor.
Yep.
Not Raptor. Wildcat. Who am I missing?
You're missing the bear.
The bear. Okay.
Arzuros. So that's going to be a fanged beast egg. So you just
At this
picked
point,
up.
I'm gonna try to find it.
It should be more so in the normal den. So I would go to a normal den.
Normal den. Got it.
Yeah. Because it is like on like the lower end of the tiers, so it should be easier to find in a normal den.
So I'm gonna finish getting these chests. There's so many.
Yeah, no, I don't think like you get nice items from them, but I don't think there's not like an achievement for opening all the chests. So don't worry about missing.
Oh yeah, I'm like when I play RPGs, people who watch me know this. I never really care about getting every single chest, but I also can't resist if a chest is right here.
Yeah, I think like the other thing too is that like once you unlock flying, a lot of these chests are like super duper easy to get because you can just like fly, land right next to it, and open it.
Raptor, I know you know this game. You helped me with the egg carton. I do appreciate that, but Wildcat is literally right here. He can answer my question faster.
Also, I like the game more than Raptor.
That's true. Does Raptor know the game more than you? No. He knows the game well, though.
He knows the game. No, I would say, like, in terms of main story, we're probably equal. I definitely know more about the post game.
Oh, yeah, because you probably mess with the post game more.
Well, I did every, like, there's a couple of, like, multiplayer quests that I haven't finished. Like, I haven't done, like, Fatalis and Tolv on, like...
I mean, Raptor barely touched it, so that's already a win.
Raptor did a lot. He just didn't... He didn't fight Fatalis here. Which, my thing is, like, if you're gonna play a Monster Hunter game with Fatalis in it, you should fight Fatalis. So, that's just because I love Fatalis as a monster.
Yeah. I definitely can't wait to go back to town, because I want to probably look at getting new weapons while also hatching these eggs, but I want to wait until I get the Arzuros egg at this point.
It's like, not only do you have new monsties, but you have new armored weapons that you're going to be able to
Mostly because Alwyn's using a bow, and I want to have another weapon coverage.
Yeah, you want to get a blunt weapon back, too. Yeah, see, like, Raptor did, like, 60 hours of post-game.
60 hours of post-game alone? That's insane. I don't believe you.
I'm trying to think. Like I think I have like 220 hours total, and 70 of that was the main story.
Also, I saw where Raptor said the post game is grindy. Is that true?
Yeah, in a way. But I think if you've got a buddy with you, it's a lot more fun because you're like talking through the battles together and stuff. But like it's Monster Hunter. Like the gameplay loop is very grind heavy. It's just kind of down to preference of like, do you enjoy it despite the grind? Like I'll be honest with you.
I'm being serious. I have picks.
Yeah, no, I mean like if you want to, you can like show Raptors Switch information to the
Dude,
whole
that is
world.
insane. I haven't even like. I've clocked in like I got the platinum for Dragon Quest Heroes 2, and I clocked in like 180 hours into that game. It's madness, and that game was like quite a long grind. Probably not up to a Monster Hunter game.
No, Monster Hunter games, like, it's not uncommon to have, like, thousands of hours. And have, like, done everything. Because it's just, like, there's certain fights where it's just, like, it's really hard, so I need to, like, fight this monster over and over and over again until I can craft all the equipment that I need. And then I still have to figure out the patterns, and it might take me, like, 3 or 4 attempts to win. So there's just like there's a lot of that, especially the later in the game that you get. So we haven't gotten super duper far, but you're kind of starting to experience it in Rise with Magnum Hollow.
Insane.